Hi, welcome back to CBSE Board Economics. I am Saddam Hussain. We're discussing new economic policy of 1990-91. What led to the crisis of 1990-91 that led to Dr. Manmohan Singh, the then finance minister, to introduce new economic policy. We discussed already, number one, there was huge fiscal deficit. The country was not able to pay back the borrowings it had from the World Bank, the borrowings it had from International Monetary Fund, and the borrowings the country borrowed from other countries. The country had to put its gold as mortgage, and there was too much inflation in the economy that led to the crisis, and the productivity of industries was less, and there was license Raj, inward looking policy. So these are some of the factors that led to the crisis, that led to the economic crisis of 1990-91. They introduced new economic policy, NEP. What exactly they wanted to do it? What is new economic policy? What are its objectives? So you can see it here on the board. What exactly is new economic policy? What is new economic policy or new economic reforms? What are its objectives? What is new economic policy? A set of stabilization and structural adjustment measures. Stabilization, we want to stabilize the economy, and we want to have some structural adjustment measures started from July 1991 in response to the emerging economic crisis, is termed as the new economic policy, NEP, or new economic reforms. I repeat again, there was economic crisis because of fiscal deficit, because too much of inflation, because of license Raj. Those factors led to huge crisis, and there were a lot of balance of payments deficit was there. The country didn't have much of foreign exchange reserves. So they introduced new economic policy, NEP, or new economic reforms. What exactly it means is a set of stabilization and structural adjustment measures. Stabilization and structural, they're going to make adjustments started from July 1991 in response to the emerging economic crisis, is termed as new economic policy or new economic reforms. They wanted to stabilize the economy. They wanted to bring some structural adjustments. That means removing license Raj and inviting foreign investments inside the country, that is structural adjustments, and stabilizing the economy. So that is a new economic policy. What are the objectives of new economic policy? The first and the foremost objective of new economic policy, you can see it here, to reduce the rate of inflation. We discussed already during 1991 crisis, the rate of inflation was 16.8. That is too much. Because of inflation, people used to suffer a lot. To reduce the rate of inflation, that's the first and foremost objective of the new economic reforms. The second objective was to reduce fiscal deficit. As we discussed already, the fiscal deficit was too high. The country was not able to meet the fiscal deficit. They wanted to reduce, through this economic policy, fiscal deficit. To improve the balance of payment situation, I already told you that the BOP situation was very bad because the country was importing, our exports were more than our exports. So to balance, to get, instead of deficit BOP, we wanted to have a balanced or surplus BOT. To encourage foreign capital investments, earlier the foreigners never used to invest in India because of license Raj and inward looking policy. Now through this policy, There was a free flow of foreign investments inside the country to encourage foreign capital investment, to improve efficiency and productivity of economy, to improve efficiency. So if we are having a licensed Raj without inviting the foreign countries to invest and to invest in terms of technology, the productivity of the economy and efficiency will not increase. That's why through this policy, they wanted to improve efficiency and productivity of the economy. And the last point, to put the economy back on the path of sustainable growth with social justice. Both sustainable growth means holistic and continuous growth in the economy with social justice. That means whatever the benefits, everyone should be able to enjoy. So we repeat once again, what exactly, like I told you, 1991, there was economic crisis. There was huge inflation, the productivity was low, the foreign investments were not coming inside the country, license Raj was there, and balance of payment situation was bad. The country's foreign exchange reserves were very less. The country was not able to pay its debt, foreign debt. The country had to mortgage gold. So that's why in 1990-91, they brought out a new economic policy. New economic policy means bringing a sustainable structural change in the economy to increase the efficiency and all. So this policy, they wanted to remove all kinds of licenses. They wanted to invite foreign companies to invest in India, foreign direct investments, it can be foreign portfolio investments, and abolition of license Raj and no subsidies. These are some of the reforms we have. I repeat once again, finally, as a revision, what is new economic policy or new economic reforms? What are its objectives? A set of stabilization and structural adjustment measures. Stabilization and structural adjustment measures started from July 1991 in response to the emerging economic crisis is termed as new economic policy, NEP, or new economic reforms. What are the objectives of these reforms? Number one is to reduce the rate of inflation, to reduce fiscal deficit, to improve the balance of payment situation, to encourage foreign capital investments, to improve efficiency and productivity of the economy, to put the economy back on the path of sustainable growth with social justice. That's all we have time for this video. We'll meet next time. Keep smiling. Don't forget to subscribe and share and work hard for the exams. There's no substitution for hard work. Keep smiling. Goodbye. you.